Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Haven Comics Quiz Show. It's Thursday night. That means it's time for us to bring a nerd on the TV here, ask some questions, see what he knows, see what he doesn't know, see if you get a chance to answer questions, all that stuff. So while you study up real quick, I'm going to play our intro. And while you're studying, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, all that jazz. We're at like 171 people who follow this and have subscribed to our channel. So surely we can move that number up a little bit. Come on, people, move the needle. Talk to y'all here in just a second. We'll be right back. And thank you for that lovely word from our sponsors. Again, I'm Josh Olive with Haven Comics, the best comic book shop on Slaughter Road in Madison, Alabama, bar none. Speaking of things that are the best, I would like to introduce you to my co-host, who I'm told is the best at something, Jeremy Bernard.
You know what I do really well? I am a mean pancake artist.
You know, I've seen some of your videos, and that's a true statement. You do some really cool stuff.
Yep.
That's a fun medium. I mean, it's bad because it doesn't last for long, but it's good because it's delicious.
One time I handed my daughter a Spider-Gwen, and she openly looked at me with disappointment. And from that moment forward, I was like, I gotta get better at this. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Is it because she didn't like Spider-Gwen, or did she have some beef with you?
No, she loves Spider-Gwen. She thought that I did a poor job. And she's real. She'll tell you. Rasputin thought I was going to say sell real estate. Hey, I got more than one skill. I can make pancakes.
That look like art.
Yeah. Do you want a real estate agent that's good at his job or one that makes pancakes really well? You got to pick.
Could be both. They're not mutually exclusive skills.
How are you? What have you been doing?
Mostly working, but you know how that goes. We're getting stuff ready for the expo at the shop, so our back room looks like a bomb hit it. Yeah. And there's comics and boxes stacked everywhere, and there is some kind of order to them. I just don't know what it is yet. And then today we finally got bags and boards back in for all of the back issues that have been needing to go recycled and off of the wall and into the bins and all that stuff. And so went through probably 800 books today, bagging and boarding those things, getting those ready.
I've noticed that Owen has been there just bagging and boarding like crazy. So not only...
You know why he's doing that?
Questions, but
You know why he's doing that?
Because he's compulsive.
That's exactly correct. He's like, but there's all these comics. They've got to be organized, and it's making him itch on the inside, and he's got to scratch that itch. So, yeah, he's up there just going through box after box after box, and he's like, "What is this? Is this
Doom Ambulance Hot Wheels?" Tell us more about this. Tell us more about the Doom Ambulance Hot Wheels.
All right, we just bought a collection on Saturday. Really unusual collection. No big keys or anything in there. But solid stuff. If you like Punisher, there's a huge run of Punisher. If you like Marvel Team Up, huge run of Marvel Team Up. Not bad books, but just like solidly over here, right?
Okay.
In addition to the books, there were 3 big treasury-sized books, which were awesome. There was a bag about 8 pounds of foreign coins, an 8-pound bag of foreign coins. There was a box
in that.
Yeah, there was a box of about 50 Hot Wheels.
Wow.
Still on the card and everything, including, I think, like 47 of those were one particular Marvel series of these cars. And so all the different characters have their own car. Dr. Doom has an ambulance.
Wow.
I guess because he's a doctor. Also, there was a big old bag, and I'm not kidding, there was a big old bag of knives.
So I've always thought that the store should carry more knives. And I'm glad that you're going to finally get there.
Yeah, there were tactical knives. There were knives that have like seatbelt cutter things on them and window smasher things on them. There were old pocket knives. There was a knife that's supposed to have a safety feature where it stays open when you open it, but it didn't. And then there was a knife, blade about yay long, like a Rambo type knife almost.
Right on.
A knife about this, blade this long, and written on the blade just above the hilt there, it says Second Amendment. That was my Second Amendment knife.
Right on.
So we got a bunch of knives. So that was fun. That was an interesting collection there.
You heard
the guy was like, I'll just throw in this stuff. And I'm like,
if you get any children's book at Haven, you get a free knife.
Well, one of our interns up at the shop who is 13 years old, he's a Boy Scout. He saw the knives and he was like, that's a really good knife right there. And his dad was there to pick him up. So I said, if he wants it and you don't care, he can have it. And he's like, okay, cool. And he's like, I'm going to go show this off to my brothers. I'm like, you are not allowed to cut your brothers. You have to be cool.
Oh, man. You're not allowed to cut your brothers. It's interesting that they have to say that.
Yeah, when you've got brothers, I mean, you've got a brother. You know how it is.
3.
Like somebody's going to get cut.
One time, one of my brothers picked up a knife and said, you want 6-second abs? Do you remember the 6-minute abs?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
That's rough there. We should see who we got in the chat today. Let's see who we got. We got Tots, of course, because he always is first. We got Rocket Lady 42, who's here to chew gum and beat Tots. And she's all out of gum. Rock on. Got Jay Thornton on tonight. Awesome. How are you doing, sir, with CBCP? We got Alan Breedlove in the house. We got Rasputin. Hey, look at that. We got Matt Padilla here. He wants pancakes or waffles. If you're asking my preference, I kind of like waffles because they hold the butter in the little butter cups. That's what those are for, right? To hold all the butter and the syrup.
Oh, yeah.
Also, waffles are great with chicken. And I've never tried pancakes with chicken, so I don't know. Maybe it's a match made in heaven. But if you're asking about which kind of art does Jeremy do, I don't think you do waffle art.
No, just pancake art. And
What's up, Kyle?
Just FYI, everybody, it's pretty good. It's not that good. It really is just pretty good. So.
He's done videos. It's really good. It's really good. Brian Petty, who is up in Lexington at the Lexington Comic Con today, kicking off the con season up there at Lexington. So hope you have fun up there, man. Look forward to a good report on that. Who else we got here? Jeffrey Middleton is here. Loving the show icon today. I don't know what icon you're talking about, unless you're talking about this.
What is that?
Well, the glare is pretty bad, so you can't see it very well, but there it is on the back.
That's cool.
It's the Walt Disney 50th anniversary castle with the 50th anniversary paint job. And that's
and Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, that's a big old Walt Disney World castle. If anybody needs that, Christine, we've got 2 more at the store, Christine. I'm not psychically pointing it to anybody, Christine. But yes, if that's what you're talking about, Jeffrey, yeah, that is a pretty fun icon today.
I have a question. So, okay, Cinderella's castle, I feel like there's a character that is more natural for her castle than Mickey Mouse. Does anyone have a guess? Because it's Cinderella. Oh, man.
Don't try to apply logic to this. It might be her castle, but it's his park, and she's paying rent in his park.
True.
Alan, you need a good knife, brother. I don't know if these are any good, but you come by the shop and you can have a knife. You'd be good. Let's see who else we got here. Oh, he's at Lexington Comic Con with a huge display of swords and knives next to him. There you go. It's a natural fit. Comics and knives. Everybody knows that. As Todd says, the knives are for taking to gunfights. That's awesome. Hey, look who's here.
I mean,
always good to see you, sir. Anybody else we got here? Kyle
That
is in the
I do
house.
not know.
What in the world? $250. That's a lot of squats, dude. I don't recommend that. Once again, getting ripped for our segues. What's going on with our segues? Are top line segues. They're the best.
If you don't like our segues, please teach us how to do it right, because we're not going to get any better.
Hey, Kim, how are you? If you also need a Disney castle, I have 2 of these at the store. Just saying.
I love that. I think that that's really cool, and I'm into the idea of like statuesque material, you know, because you always have the little guys, but to have a thing that you could, like, look at that bookshelf. I can put stuff on that bookshelf, right? I want more like that. Not Disney castles, obviously, but we'll get there.
I'm not a fan of the Funkos either, Christine, but I got that one. What can I say? I'm a sucker for it. Let's see who all else we got here. Anybody else? If we teach you how to do segues better, then how can we make fun of your bad segues? Well, that is a drawback. I'm sure that we would still provide plenty of material for you to make fun of, given that our base natures haven't changed that much, regardless of whether we're any good at segues. Speaking of segues, nice shirt, Jeremy.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, yeah, that's a rocking shirt there. I approve.
I noticed you have a very similar shirt. So
I do. Hey, look at that.
Did you get new ones for the con?
Not yet. We're in the process of trying to get that set up. It's going to be tight, but I think we can do it. I have a question. Yeah, what say we introduce our guest to these folks?
That's not a question, but I'm on it.
That was a question. Great. That was, what do you say we do that? That's a question. Oh. There was a question mark at the end.
Yes.
Hey, it's Matt. Hey, how you doing, Matt?
Oh, I'm dandy. How are you doing?
I am also dandy. I've been known to be from time to time. I gotta ask, you've got what looks like a piece of parchment framed behind you there. Yeah. Is that a letter from George Washington? What is that?
No, it's actually a map of Narnia.
Oh, cool.
I was close. That's a map of Narnia. That's good. It's which direction is the wardrobe?
That's a great question.
And did it come with any Turkish Delight?
Do what?
Did it come with any Turkish Delight?
No, I think somebody ate it before I got it. So
that is sad.
Yeah.
I will say, if you go to Publix now, in their like international food section, in the English section, they do have, in the Narnia section, yeah, they do have Turkish Delight. Oh, he's got somebody off stage helping him. That's awesome.
Your map looks epic.
I don't have anybody doing makeup for me. I need to tell my wife to get on that. I have no staff here at all. This is terrible. Do you have anybody on your side, Jeremy? You got a staff?
Yeah, I got the prize cam.
Yeah, the prize cam is not your staff. The prize cam is her own entity.
That's true. The prize cam does the majority of the cool stuff over here, though.
That's 100% true. Yeah. Yeah, I get that. But yeah, that you can get Turkish Delight at Publix now. And it's covered in chocolate, which is weird because in England it was always just covered with powdered sugar or confectioner sugar. And I didn't like it. I didn't like the texture of it. I didn't like anything about it. However, when you cover it in chocolate, it becomes palatable.
We spend a lot of time over here talking about food items that other people haven't heard of. What is Turkish Delight? I've never heard of this ever.
It's like a square is how they, in an individual portion is like a square, maybe a little rectangle about yay big. And about that thick. It's essentially like a Jell-O jiggler.
Yeah.
Flavored. It's rose flavored.
You lost me a long time ago.
It's rose flavored, so texturally it's weird. The flavor is a flower. It's odd. But
Rose
if you
flavored,
yeah,
like the flower.
yeah, pull that picture back up because yeah, it just looks like you bit into a salmon.
It does look and sound disgusting. I'm a little repulsed. Matt, how are you? Tell us more about you. I can't imagine eating whatever this thing is.
Yeah, I can honestly say I've never had a Turkish Delight. So
this thing?
Yeah.
So who are you? What are you? For everybody at home that hasn't had a chance to meet you, tell us more about what makes you you.
Wow, what does make me me? Well, for one thing, I am an author, and I do have books.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, Josh has the very first cover of my very first book.
Hold it up so we can all see what's going on with this.
But there is the latest and greatest cover.
Oh, right on.
I think the new cover gives a better flavor of what you're getting. This just says, "Hey, I'm ominous."
Yeah, this one speaks a little bit more to the steampunk aspect of the book.
I would just like to mention I have a little bit of a beef with you, sir. Because I got this book and I got it signed by you. And it says, "To Josh, but mostly Leslie. Enjoy the book."
So we have a question here. Can we get a brief synopsis? I feel like this is appropriate when we
Yeah,
talk.
sure. Just embiggen it. It's right there.
Okay, you're right. Here we go.
I'm teasing. We'll let Matt tell it.
Matt, what's your book about?
Well, this is a steampunk fantasy series. There are 3 books in it. There's book 2.
Awesome.
There's book 3. And it takes place, being steampunk, it takes place in a Victorian era setting where a portal has been opened up into a magical realm. And that portal has introduced magic into Victorian era England. And so it brings in magical creatures, elves, dwarves, gnomes, dragons, giants, things such as that. It also introduces magic into our world. And for humans, magic is basically like a hard drug.
And addictive, right?
It's very addictive, but it gives you superpowers. And so the book
totally changes the term magic user.
Right.
You're like
more like magic addict. So
many jokes, none of them appropriate.
The story of a guy, he's gotten addicted to the magic. He is down and out in life. And in order to get the magic fix that he needs to survive, he works for a group that gives him his magic fix, but the agreement is if they give him a magic, he has to go out and acquire items for them, is a nice way to put it, in the town, particularly of a magic nature. And so he has to, the first book, he has to deal with a lot of stuff that happened in his past, but it gets him involved in the guy that's in town who really controls the flow of magic. So he gets more involved in his stuff. This guy doesn't want anybody involved in his stuff, so he just gets deeper and deeper as he goes.
Awesome. That sounds like a good story.
He's got the whole steampunk vibe down pat. I would say magic abuser.
and I do have a second series that's out, but go ahead.
No. I was just going to say, where do we find this?
Well, that's a great question. It is usually on Amazon. And in fact, the listing is still on Amazon at the moment, but I am in between publishers.
Okay.
So
that said, you should be able to get your mitts on that in 4 weeks?
Yes, I was going to say that.
Between publishers, so this is a published novel series.
Yes.
Right on. Very cool.
and I'm switching publishers. The new publisher will have this Strange Engine out in April. They'll re-release. It'll be the same cover, and they will be going through the books and re-releasing every other month, starting in April. Now, the other series that I have is, I'm gonna hold this one up. You can see that.
Lift it up a little bit. King's Regret.
The King's Regret.
Awesome.
And
On the title, it says, on the tattoo, it says the King's Regret.
yeah. And then this is the second book in this particular series. But what this series is a steampunk pirate series.
I'm into that.
And it's about a family who has been attacked. The dad is the lord of a province. He and the city that he lives in, they were attacked by the king, and in order to, they had to escape. And so they escaped the city along with some survivors from the city. And in order to survive, they have fled to floating mountains that are over the province where pirates used to live. And so it follows, the son is the main character. It really follows him as the family and the refugees are trying to survive. And they have all kinds of adventures. If you like things like Treasure Island, Kidnapped, stories like that, Horatio Hornblower, this particular series follows a lot of that spirit.
Treasure Island and Kidnapped were two of my favorites. Oh yeah.
And the King's Regret, I'll put
and
in
some Swiss Family Robinson thrown in.
Yeah.
Josh loves to kidnap. Okay,
but I will say really quickly, the King's Regret was nominated in 2019 for a Dragon Award for the best middle grade young adult novel that year.
At DragonCon, yeah.
Yeah.
That's exciting. So people are reading it. It's getting out there, and you're starting to build an audience. You've got people out there that are.
Well, he was, and then COVID hit. I'm sure COVID didn't help.
Yeah.
Hey, we've got a lot of questions for you here. How did you create your pen name?
Well, actually,
I heard Margie laugh.
Well, that is actually my first name, Philip.
Oh, cool. So it's not a pen name. It's just your actual name.
It's my actual name.
But
most people who know me really well call me Matt. It's my middle name.
When you say young adult, what is your actual audience?
For this series, I generally say 11, 12 and up. For the Engine series, I usually say older teen and up. The Engine series is a little bit darker of a story, but the Falcon Bone Chronicles, the King's Regret, and all those books are definitely for just about everybody.
But they're both pretty family-friendly series. I mean, there's nothing like rapacious going on there.
Well, there's nothing graphic.
There's nothing salacious, yeah.
Yeah.
Just good old-fashioned kidnapping and pirates. Nothing bad.
That's just an occupational hazard.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey, did I miss any good stuff? You've managed your way to the Haven Comics quiz show, so no.
We don't know. What were you doing before?
Awesome segue. Matt, have you seen the Haven Comics quiz show before?
Hang on just a second before we launch into that, because we were talking about where are his books available.
Oh, my bad.
They will also be available at the Huntsville Comic and Pop Culture Expo.
Yes, they will. Yeah,
he's going to have a table, right?
I'll have a table at the expo. I have copies of all the books right now, so if you're at the expo, come by and see me. Mention the quiz show, and I may just give you a special discount.
Yeah, come by and get him to sign the book for you, but he'll make some snarky comment about how it's really for your spouse.
Well, just wait till I find the next book for you.
Oh, yeah, I need that, yes. But is Haven going to have a table at the expo? Yes, we are. Definitively, yes. So I'll probably want to help get you to bring that truck over there, Alan. What you doing that Thursday before? We need to talk. But yes, Haven will be set up at the expo. Guys, I am so excited I can barely contain myself. Jim freaking Starlin, Kevin Eastman, and that cover. Oh my gosh, guys, that cover of the TMNT book. Just outrageous.
It's a cool cover.
That is really cool.
I mean, look at that. Now, questions. Who do y'all think these people are back here behind him in the shadows?
That's clearly Alan and Tots working the Haven table. That's anyone you want it to be. That's the nature of imagination.
Well, I know who I think it is.
Hey, I got to take a quick second here. We don't have to spend any real time on it, but I have decided that I am not able to go to the expo this year. It's a personal thing. I've been talking it up for a little while now, so I feel like I got to let people know before you get there and realize that you wasted your money on the ticket. I am not able to be there this year. So everybody else go and have fun. Meet Matt, meet Josh if you haven't. And there's lots of cool stuff there. Okay, so Matt, we asked a very important question. How do we buy your books online? Is that something we can do?
At the moment, no.
Okay.
Except on Amazon, right?
Well, the listing, they're listed on Amazon, but they're unavailable.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
For the moment, but starting in April, they will start reappearing on Amazon.
So that's like what, a week and a half away?
Yeah, it's sometime in the month of April. I'm not sure exactly when, but.
So to make sure you get them, go to the expo and meet you in person.
Yep.
That's the best way, because then he can also sign it and leave snarky comments.
That's exciting.
It is actually. It's pretty cool. It's gonna be so great. Speaking of the expo, has anybody seen? Has Jeremy made his announcement? He said he was going to make yet.
I'm Jeremy. So you mean Jeremy Long?
I mean Jeremy Long. Yes, he said Tuesday he had some big announcement he was going to make today. Has anybody seen that?
Did you see his update on that today?
No.
His big announcement may have an acting conflict.
Oh no.
No.
So
whoever it was, I'm super excited about it. So I'm dying to know who this person is. I need this to happen, whoever it is.
Oh, I know who it is. I actually have the inside track. I think that I managed my my way into knowing this piece of information, but I can't share it because it's not my info. But it's really cool. It is really cool. You may or may not like it.
Supposedly, this person will be filming at the end of the month. I guess he doesn't know what his dates are yet. So Jeremy's in limbo at the moment.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Well, whatever it is, I hope it works out. So I guess we should tell you, this is a trivia show. It's a quiz show. So we're going to ask questions.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about that. What do you say, Jeremy?
Absolutely. Let's bring on the prize cam.
Prize cam!
What you do here, we ask you questions. The questions are written by Owen Anderson. If you hate the questions, doesn't have anything to do with me and Josh. It's all Owen. If you love the questions, it's because of me and Josh and our delivery. And what you win is going to be right here, laid out. You can win some stickers from Haven Comics. You can win some variant comics. You get a comic pack there. We have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 100, City at War. That is a rad variant. You've got some gelatinous feely things. You'll love those. Who knows what's inside? I don't. And then we've got a stuffed Harley Quinn for you, for a friend. Who knows? It can go anywhere. The best comic shop in all of the entire universe. We got this right here. Boom. You can go to 1871 Slaughter Road and go to Suite F and spend this $25 gift card that you're going to win right here. We've also got a sketch cover drawn by Justin Lynch of Wolverine. That looks like an homage cover. but I think it's of the new Wolverine when he comes back from hell. And then we've got the Sensational Spider-Man. We had a little bit of a mix-up with Film Age Comics, but I talked that through, and he actually wants that to be given away on the show. So that is a Sensational Spider-Man signed by Claremont. So a rad collection today, and you have the opportunity to pick up all of those. All you have to do, Rasputin, hang out. Ghost Rider makes an appearance most every single show. So all you have to do is answer the questions that we throw at you. If you get the right answer, then all those things are yours. There's a whole lot of text. If you get the wrong answer, you guys in the audience, make sure that you're the first person to get the right answer in the comments, because when you inevitably get the right answer, you will win those things. So, Matt, you can actually get every single one of those things except for the $25 gift card to Haven Comics. That is for the audience for our Canadian bonus prize. But you got a rad shot, 9 out of 9. How do you feel about that?
Now, did you say what the prize is this week for question number 4, sponsored by CBCP?
It didn't. Is that different than typical? Because
it is different from typical today.
Tell us about it.
Today, it is a pass to the Expo.
What?
That's right. CBCP is going to be set up at the Expo, and he wants to give away a pass to the Expo so people can come. And he's going to be set up there like pressing books on the spot.
That's exciting.
He's already mocked up what his space is going to look like and how he's going to work it. He sent me pictures of it. It looks pretty awesome. But yeah, he's giving away a pass to the Expo. So rock on with CBCP.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So that is question number 4, right?
That is correct.
Audience.
I so want you guys to do this. This would be great. Y'all need to just go ahead and do it.
Who is he going to do that with?
It's Tots and Alan Breedlove as Statler and Waldorf from the Muppets, just heckling and criticizing everything.
I love it.
They should just build themselves a little auditorium railing, and then have some chairs and just sit at the Expo and heckle everybody going by. At Statler and Waldorf. It would be brilliant. I mean, come on. You think that's funny?
I want to see the video. Okay, so Matt, how do you feel? Are you in the zone?
I'm in a zone. I don't know if it's the zone, but I'm in a zone.
Technically, every zone is the zone, so we'll see how it goes. All right, we're going to play. All right, so our first question, we are always playing for our sticker pack. You've got some art stickers from me, and then you've got some Haven Comic stickers there. So you have the opportunity to win all of those if you just know. Let's see. I got a bunch of these videos. Guys, I'm going to get it together. What is the name of the head elf for the Keebler Company? What is the name for the head elf of the Keebler Company? If you know that, those stickers are yours.
Good gracious.
What was Owen thinking? What kind of question is that?
I don't know. Maybe a good one. Let's see.
This is my favorite answer so far, though.
That's your... I don't know which of these is right. I got a lot of favorite answers.
What's that guy's name?
Oh, this is another good one. No, that's the cereal elf.
Oh, I was like, yeah, that sounds familiar. I'm guessing it's not this one.
It's not Snap, Crackle, or Pop. Keebler. Don't burn the tree down.
Yeah. I just have to say, Mr. Keebler,
All right. Well,
Get some
giving
stickers.
it a shot. You can't win if you don't answer. You can win if you do, right? So it's not Greg. It's not Shoddy. Somebody
Shorty.
you do it.
Shorty.
It's not JJ Keebler. It is actually Ernie. It is Ernie
Oh.
Keebler. So Jay, you won those stickers for
Wow.
knowing that
Good job.
incredibly absurd fact.
Oh.
Yeah, that's that one's out there.
Matt, this
Most
is
of
what
our
you're doing with
questions
your
are not
life
like that. I will just tell you.
What'd you say, John?
For the guest.
I see Keith
The
Bush
audience
joined
made-
us
the
tonight.
audience
Good to
made
see you,
love it
Keith.
tonight.
Matt, I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
I said the audience may love the game tonight. They're going to get lots of.
Hey, we got a very loving audience, so they're rooting for you.
That's true. To their own detriment, they're rooting for you. They do that. So that was a warm-up question. Purge that from your mind. You're all good. What is our prize for question number 2?
We are playing for
Ghost Riders and a Rockin' Horse. Oh, that's awesome.
So these are technically erasers, I guess, but I forgot that word one day, and so these are now gelatinous feely things. And
Are you sure it's not Turkish Delight?
what'd you say?
Are you sure it's not Turkish Delight?
Man,
I haven't bitten into one, so I can't be positive.
we don't know. Prize Cam, would you pull Ghost Rider out? These are just deformed little toys. Maybe if you erase with them, they get better looking. Who knows?
I'm starting to see a certain resemblance here. So, wait a minute. Ghost Rider posed for this. I see how that worked.
Matt's
All
already
right.
got a whole collection.
So, for those erasers, all you have to do is answer this question, which I know for a 100% fact you know the answer to. In what indie comic book title, written by Mike Grell, did the Rocketeer first appear as a backup story?
That would be Star Slayer.
Got an issue number? Boom! The gelatinous feely things are yours.
Woo!
Congratulations.
I win tonight, but boy.
You can see if they're Turkish Delight. You can answer the question.
He has nothing to compare them to, so
Yeah,
he might just be like, yeah, Turkish Delight is terrible. Why would anybody subject themselves to this and call it candy?
Well, for question 3, we always like to invite on one of the highlights of the show. It's Wyatt.
What up?
Wyatt, Big Wool.
Yeah, whose house? Did you guys ever
Wolf's
watch?
house.
There you go. See. So, how are you guys doing today?
Doing good. How are you?
Great. We just had a little bit of fun yesterday. We did a huge cartoon tournament where we tried to get. Well, I was going to do 64, but someone told me that was entirely too many cartoons to put in a bracket. I had it.
They're not wrong.
And so we kept the 16. And so if you go to, facebook.com/join the BS, you can be able to fill out your bracket and we'll go over it next week to see who wins. And you guys,
The Gummy Bears is clearly going to win.
hey, I made sure that Transformers, I took out G.I. Joe. I'm sorry. It didn't make the cut. But if you were there, you could have politic for it, man. I'm just saying. That's why you got to show up.
I don't have to politic for it. You know it belongs on there.
We did Scooby-Doo's on there, you know what I mean? And then we had a lot. We
got Rusty here. What's up, Rusty?
Hey, Rusty.
Space Ghost.
Space Ghost did not make the cut, unfortunately, because we had to try to weave in essentially everything up until like now. So then we had people like there's some stuff on there that I just don't agree with, like SpongeBob. I just despise SpongeBob, but he made it on there.
That makes sense, Alan. That makes
Yep.
sense. You had to take out G.I. Joe so it would be fair for all the other kids.
Exactly.
I got it.
You know what I mean? Because then after that, it would just be like, oh, okay, now we just know who's going to make it to the finals and who wins. So had to make it a little bit easier.
For anyone at home who doesn't know who Wyatt is talking about when he says we had some fun, it's
Exactly. We
I
just
just
have
love that
fun.
video.
So blurbs, nerds, everybody in between can come hang out.
It's just a group of awesome people and Jeremy.
No, he's included in that awesomeness. He's included.
Is he? I saw what he was saying about Spider-Man No Way Home, and I think that he might have once been included in the awesomeness, but now he just needs a nice, quiet, padded room with a really nice, tight white jacket.
No, so here's what I say about it. I say that, he first of all he had to wait really, really long to see it, so then everything was spoiled for him. Well, most of the things, and then second of all, he just has a higher expectation when it comes to movies, and that's all
I
right.
thought you were going to say IQ, and I was like, man, you don't have to say it here.
I would agree with you about his higher expectation, except that he likes movies than things that he doesn't watch good ones, and he acts like he does. I don't get it.
Matt, okay, did you like Spider-Man No Way Home?
I did, yes.
Okay, well, I'm outgunned here.
Matt, how do you feel about the Goonies?
The Goonies?
Yeah.
I like the Goonies.
See, Matt has good taste.
But I will say the ending of the Goonies has always bugged me.
Thank you.
Because they go through everything that they go through, and then what do they do? They just wave goodbye to the ship as it sails away. It's like, just at least go get something off the ship, get some of the treasure.
That's what the Coast Guard is for.
Yeah.
I haven't even seen the ending. I can't make it there. I'm just glad you said something to hurt Josh. All right, so.
Hang on. Sherry, it's so good to see you. I hope you're doing well.
Sherry, did you not like Spider-Man No Way Home, or did you not like the Goonies? Because either way, thank you.
She didn't like you. That was what she was saying.
Okay.
That's not true, because Sherry literally likes everybody. She's one of the sweetest people on the face of the planet.
Tell us more about what you've got for us this week. Prize Cam, I'm going to put that up here. All right, we've got.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So,
I think
that is awesome.
This is recovered.
Well, it could be, but it was pretty awesome. It's essentially they took all the characters from the MCU, kind of put them into the gauntlet. I thought it was pretty awesome. So
that is cool.
At the time, there was only so much room on my wall, but now I have more walls. So yeah, so that was one where they're really, really cool. So, and then there's some new ones coming out. I had some. Because I had, of course, with Jeremy hooked me up with a great new house, I had more walls. So there's some Ninja Turtles ones coming.
Oh, right on. Wyatt and I are going to meet tomorrow, and we're going to get more awesome posters for the show, right?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to that. Okay, so question 3, Wyatt, whenever you're ready.
Yeah, so in Doctor Who, Professors Yana and Thanos, I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know that one. Descalos, maybe.
Descalos, that would be my guess. Yeah.
Yeah, were aliases used by which villain? I'll repeat that one. In Doctor Who, Professor Yana and Descalos were aliases used by which villain?
That's the best.
Thank you.
I'm not completely sure on this one.
What villain was running around using aliases, I guess, is really the big question.
I'm going to go with the Master.
Hey, there you go. Yeah, so the Master was a renegade Time Lord. a power-hungry lover of chaos who served as both friend and arch nemesis to the Doctor.
You ever notice anybody who calls himself the Master has got to be a bad guy,
Right?
right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, historically, the Master has never been a good title for anybody.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like, what? Who are you? I don't even like to use that term with my dog. I'm like, no,
Mm-hmm.
that's just not right.
It's not very fond or looked upon very happily in the Black community either. So I just want
I would think not. Yeah, just like, I am the Master. Well, you must be a bad person. We should just go ahead. You needed killing. We should just get rid of you right now.
So, well, yeah. So, also the other thing that we're going to probably do another live session because I really like these live sessions. I like being able to talk with everybody. We're going to do one where we do, because we have people that love wrestling as well. We're going to do one that's going to be predictions for Wrestlemania, which is next Saturday and Sunday. So we're going to have people talk about that, give their predictions, see who they want to win certain matches, and all that fun stuff.
What would be super cool is if you did predictions for like WrestleMania 4.
Well, see, they wouldn't really be predictions. They'd be more of a review because they'd be like, hey, so I guess this is why I really like the fact that Hogan won on this one. So
it would be funnier if you did them as predictions and people just didn't know.
Well, see, here's the thing. They take like WWE has like this whole thing with Peacock now. So they have like every WrestleMania like streaming. So
seriously?
Yeah.
All that pay-per-view is for nothing?
No, they don't do pay-per-views anymore.
I'm just saying, back in the day, all that pay-per-view that I had to beg for, wasted. I could have just waited and watched it on Peacock.
All it took was like 30 years, man. That's all you had to wait.
You just had 30 years, Josh.
You just had to wait.
If I had only been patient and foreseen the advent of streaming services.
So we're going to probably do the live shows are usually every Sunday and Wednesday. So we try to do them every day right around 8:30 because like most of us have kids. So then after that, I make sure that everybody's kids are kind of down and out. And then we just kind of have a great time talking. Like I think last week we did the one with Spider-Man, and Jeremy was very adamant on why he didn't like it. And then we got so off track, we started talking about Star Wars as well.
I'm going to be honest with you. I wish I knew. I got no idea, but there seems to be a lot of overlap between the two fandoms.
Because they're characters. So all wrestling is characters. It's like a live action, so to speak, like comic book. Because like if you think about how many characters that they have and what they portray and who turns bad and who turns good, that's all that it is. That's all that it is. It's like
maybe we can blame it on Sergeant Slaughter.
Yeah, exactly. See,
that's a good point. Although honestly, he would blame the Iron Sheik. So.
See, good guys, bad guys, all the rest of it. And so now with wrestling nowadays, like you want to have characters that are more relatable. You can't just have like a Hulk Hogan where he's all good. You want somebody that has flaws and things like that.
Hulk Hogan wasn't all good. He became bad.
Yes, but
he was seduced by the power of the dark side.
So he was either all good or all bad. He wasn't like in between. So that's what people are really liking about wrestling now. They have people that are like, well, I can understand why he beat up this person because he kicked his mom. So
don't kick people's moms, guys.
Don't do that. That's a good way to end up whooped.
Yep.
Somebody gonna whoop you. Speaking of whoopings, did y'all see Ricky the Dragon Steamboat is coming?
Yes.
To the Expo?
And Kane.
Yeah, Kane, whatever. He was just big. I get that. I understand big. He's bigger than me, but it's the same boat. I get it. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, man, that guy was like an aerialist. He's flying off of those ropes. He's doing all kinds of crazy stuff.
Yes.
It's insane. He's awesome.
Yeah,
and he was so little compared to so many of those dudes, and he would just fly like, death from above. Here he comes.
It was really funny because there's a guy. He's a new addition on there, and he's on one of the newer wrestling shows. His name is Darby Allin. So my wonderful girlfriend likes to call him the human crash test dummy because he just throws himself at the people because he's like 130 pounds soaking wet, but he's charging like 300-pound men and trying to fight them. And that's the only thing he can do is just throw himself at him.
Just bounce off.
Sometimes.
He should just call himself Ricochet.
Aha.
Since his name is Darby, he's Irish anyway, so he could be Rick O'Shea.
But see, there's already a Ricochet, but he's a black guy, so I don't know.
But is his name Rick O'Shea? Like apostrophe Shay?
Nope, just Ricochet, just like Bounce. So yeah, he'll be at the Expo this year. And so will
Craziness.
Segue. There we go.
Hey, a segue. We did
there
one.
we go.
Speaking of segues, Wyatt, it was really good to see you.
All right, you guys. Well, take care, okay?
Have a good one, Wyatt. Always good to see you, sir.
All right, take care.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Matt, how are you feeling? You feel warmed up?
I'm feeling warm.
You're
I'm
doing
sure
good.
he's feeling like, what the heck? Did these guys just blab this entire show?
We do.
I'm sure that's how he's feeling right now.
We do, Matt. We do. So, just for, we don't have the prize, but Josh already said what it is. We do have a prize donated by I don't have it to show off, but it's a ticket to the expo, which is pretty rad.
Yeah. To win a ticket to the expo, which you can give away to whoever you want. You can frame it, put it up on your wall, whatever you want to do with it. It's up to you. All you have to do is answer this question correctly. What was the name of the fictional designer drug that was running rampant in Robocop 2? Robocop 2. Wow.
What was it?
Got to think about that one. Talk your way through it. What happened in Robocop 2 that was different from Robocop 1?
Lots of people got shot. No, wait.
That was the same, yep.
There was a giant robot. No, wait a minute.
Yep.
It was written
Was
by
Robocop 3 the one that had the giant mech?
I think it was 2.
Was that 2?
Yeah. Didn't Frank Miller write Robocop 2?
He did. And it also had the dad from That 70s Show was in there as a cop or security guy or something. But apparently there was also some terrible drug running rampant.
Yeah.
And if you know the name, this prize is for you.
Okay, I was going to say I haven't seen a correct answer yet, but I did.
Yeah, I saw one right away.
What was the one thing that was drilled into your head as a child of the 80s that you needed to be worried about? Take that and shorten it, and there's your answer.
This could be anything. There's like 10 things that pop up. I mean, there's one big thing.
I can see it. It's just hanging like a cloud over your head right now. You're like, it's in your head.
You should get under your desk to protect yourself from that cloud.
Nuke.
Aha! Look at me. I'm great at hints, guys. Great. It is nuke.
It is, in fact, nuke. Yes. It was injected through a tiny needle into your neck. It was highly addictive, apparently very pleasurable. Came with a variety of flavors, and the effects were designed to interact with whatever mood you were in. And it's so addictive that the bad guy still craves it after his brainstem is integrated into a robot.
The prize cam brings up a good point. What kind of flavor do you need in your neck?
I don't think it meant physical flavors as in taste, but flavors as in different varieties.
Yeah. These hints are dropping hard. Thank you for noticing.
Rocket Lady always gives us grief for our hints.
She appreciates them. She knows what she came here for.
She sometimes appreciates them. Sometimes I think she's like, I hate you guys. Why are y'all doing that?
It looks like I don't have a Canadian question, so I'm gonna grab one.
What?
Josh, regale us with some conversation. Ask Matt a
That's so
question.
true. A Canadian question is
Well,
blank.
Well, for that last question, since I do have a table at the expo and already have tickets, give it to whoever in the audience had answered that question correctly.
Oh boy. Because I'm pretty sure the correct answer to that was right out of the gate. And pretty sure I know who that means that was. And yep, there it is. Tots. The one true Zachary. And being in Huntsville, everything gets turned into an acronym. So now his name is just Tots. Tots.
Okay, I got one off the top of my head because I'm like digging around the internet. Who cares about that? Okay. Number one, Matt, this question is just for the audience. This is to celebrate our Canadian Northern brothers and sisters that contribute so much to pop culture and are just unsung heroes. So this is our Canadian question. And I've got a slick video that I'm going to play for it right now. All right.
I don't know why the prize cam lets you play that video, because that just perpetuates the myth that everything is cold and frozen in Canada.
Josh, it is cold as anything up there.
But they are a warm and caring people.
This rock band ever has come out of Canada. So
What'd you say, Matt?
the greatest rock band ever came out of Canada.
Right?
Yeah.
The greatest everything comes out of Canada.
Rush.
You mean Rush? Okay, so the question, just for the audience, not from Matt. Matt, you are the one person that cannot answer this. This is $25 to Haven Comics, the greatest comic book store that is not in Canada. Okay, what is the name of Ryan Reynolds' alcohol/liquor company?
Oh, that's tricky, because everybody always says Ryan Reynolds is the answer, but it's never the answer. Just out of curiosity, do you know this one, Matt? Did you know that Ryan Reynolds had a liquor company?
I knew he had one, and I've seen the name, but I don't remember what it is.
Yeah, that's a new one for me.
I've got.
Have you seen the correct answer here, Jeremy?
Yeah, and I've got a lot of answers that are pretty close. And I think in the spirit of goodwill, I'm going to go with the first one because it was right there. And I know he knew what it was. So it is Crash 5784. It's Aviation Gin. So if you have not seen, I've never tried it, but if you have not seen Ryan Reynolds commercials for Aviation Gin, you are doing yourself a disservice because they're pretty funny.
I guess they're very serious commercials about the qualities of the alcohol and what makes it better than other similar alcohols.
Subtly, sure. But my favorite is when he beefs with Hugh Jackman. Because Hugh Jackman has some kind of coffee company. Anyway, they're pretty funny.
That sounds right. He would pick on him. I see that.
So all right.
Speaking of Ryan Reynolds, Matt, have you seen the Adam Project?
I have not.
Have you seen Free Guy?
Yes.
Same people made Adam Project as made Free Guy. Totally different movie, but same kind of quality. Mm-hmm. Excellent movies, both of them.
Yeah, Free Guy was it was funny. It was good.
The Adam Project it's worth your time for sure.
I'd like to see it. I've heard, didn't they confirm that the director of Free Guy will be the director of Deadpool 3?
That's what I've heard too.
Yeah.
Yep. But no, Adam Project was very good. You should check it out. Good night, Sherry. I'm glad you got to come and hang out with us a little bit. That was awesome. Always good to see you.
Guys, I'm a bona fide hater And Adam
That's a true
Project,
statement.
pretty good. I love it. Okay, so speaking of segues, let's check out what the prize cam is doing over here with these two variant covers. We've got a slick Spider-Man cutout.
That die cut cover is awesome.
Those are rad. I love those.
Yeah, that's clever.
And then we've got Wolverine doing what he does best, enjoying children.
That's not a sticker. That's a party thingy.
What?
What are those things called? Those streamers? He's always got a cigar, but that's not a cigar, so it throws you. He looks like he's really happy to have that too. Like he's trying to quit smoking, and so somebody just handed him one of those. Nosh! What's up, Nosh? How you doing, man? Nosh!
I think those are great covers, and you can also enjoy them in your collection at home. Matt, all you got to do is answer question 6.
That's correct. Question 6. What 1985 original series was the first Saturday morning cartoon produced by Walt Disney Studios? This was all new original content and characters.
This makes so much sense.
It was such a great series. Went back and rewatched it not too long ago, and it actually holds up really well.
It makes a lot of sense that you went back and rewatched this just for fun.
Okay, repeat the question. You cut out a little bit at the beginning of it.
All right.
That's my
Jeremy's
job.
supposed to post it, but yeah, it's okay.
Not good
All
at
right, the question is, what 1985 original series was the first Saturday morning cartoon produced by Walt Disney Studios? This was all new original content and characters. Also a killer theme song.
It did have a killer theme song because I remember it from childhood. Have you listened? Oh, I can't. That was too big. I was about to give it away.
Give it away, give it away, give it away now. He's thinking through all his Disney afternoon and Disney Saturday morning cartoons. Just name them out loud and see which one sticks with you.
What is this, Rasputin? That's not a real thing.
It is not. But throw them out there and throw out the ones you know it's not that you can get rid of. Which ones do you know it's not because it didn't feature all new characters?
His gears are turning.
Wow.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, man. Feel like I should know this one.
Hey, Nosh, man, I'm sorry to hear that. Hope things are improving for you, brother. Always come and hang out here. We're always happy to have you.
You need to be a guest on the show, too.
Dude, we totally need to have Nosh on the show. Dude is awesome. Also, he's like me, except instead of cushioning all of his muscles with a protective layer and then a protective layer on that, he just shows off his muscles like this. No shame whatsoever. He's just like, look how ripped I am. It's not fair. Nosh is an awesome dude.
Hearing that our show gives you some joy gives us a lot of joy. So I'm really grateful that you shared that. I'm sorry you're having a bad day. All right, Matt.
You got anything? Just throw out a name of a Disney cartoon.
Well, the only ones I'm coming up with are, yeah, it's either Filmation stuff or it's Disney already established characters.
Well, just throw them out. Maybe it'll trigger something.
And probably more like early 90s cartoons, too.
That's okay. Some of these ran for many seasons.
Like Rescue Rangers.
Chip and Dale. Rescue Rangers. Chip and Dale when there's danger.
I was born in 1985, and I remember this from my childhood, which would mean that it was running in the early 90s.
And there was what? Darkwing Duck.
Darkwing Duck.
I feel like that would have aired around here.
No, Darkwing Duck came out much later. That was like
Yeah.
1992, 94, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
You're going to kick yourself so hard because you're going to know this and be like, ah!
I am going to kick myself on this one.
I feel like we do gotta get an answer though.
Yeah. Throw it out to the audience.
Are you sure?
All right.
You want to say any word? Okay.
All right. I'm going to say the first one I see is way up there.
Before I posted the question even.
Yes, before you post the question. And it is gummy bears bouncing here and there and everywhere. High adventure that's beyond compare. They are the gummy bears. Yeah.
I don't remember a thing from that show, but I remember that theme song. Late into my life.
That was the best. Actually, I wasn't joking. If you go back and watch that show, it holds up really, really well, and it would make one heck of an RPG for kids.
Crazy.
Because you've got a little band you've got the wizard, old dude, you've got the young adventurer with the young buck with the kid, you got the engineer guy. You've got all the different tropes that you can play with, and they're always on these adventures that they're doing this or that, and you got the bad guy, but they're also trying to protect the good kingdom from the bad guy. It's a fantastic RPG setting, which would be amazing for kids. Disney needs to go back and redo that. Plus, every episode, you can listen to the song again. It's such a great show.
Moving on to questions.
It's on Disney Plus for anybody who still has that, and Disney Plus hasn't totally hosed up for you for the past 6 months.
I'm sorry, Josh. What are you going to do about
not able to see it, Josh?
Do what?
Are you still not able to get on Disney Plus?
No, I talked to the Google Fiber people, and they said if I bring this back, that they'll replace it with another one and see if that fixes the problem. But if it doesn't, then they're going to have to send a person out here. And I'm like, fine, send the person. I don't care.
Moon Knight comes out in 6 days.
Yeah, I was going to say Moon Knight.
It's soon. Yeah, it's soon.
You're not going to be watching any Moon Knight. You got to get that fixed. You got to change your internet.
It still works at the store. So it may be that I'm out there at 11 o'clock on Wednesday night, like,
oh, man.
Watch it again.
Question 7 is, we are playing for this thing. It is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 100, City at War. This is a variant edition that is donated to us by Mike Wesolowski. He gave us 3 different variants. This is a great guy. Just gives us cool stuff. All you got to do to win that is answer number 7, which is our real estate question of the night, which means that this is an actual location. Sometimes it's fake. Most of the time,
but it will be a location.
Yes, you're only
it's a place ostensibly that you could sell as a realtor.
Well, yep, that's what I do for a living. I sell real estate. Sometimes it's never fictional. I was going to say sometimes it's fictional, but it's not.
Honestly, Rasputin, he would probably hate it because he plays the same as him, and he would realize how irritating that is.
No, it's never irritating when you meet somebody rad. That's awesome. That's cool stuff. All right, 4, Ninja Turtles 100. What historic landmark did Pee Wee Herman believe his stolen bicycle was being? What historic landmark did Pee Wee Herman believe his stolen bicycle was being held captive? Where did Pee Wee Herman believe his stolen bicycle was being held captive? I'm going to throw this question up right now.
Hmm.
Remember this one. I know you remember this one. Unless, like me, you never watched Pee Wee Herman because he just creeped you out entirely.
Well, I was going to say I've actually never watched Pee Wee Herman.
Now there we go.
I didn't know that.
I was always more of a Bell man myself, but yes, I understand, Ariel.
Oh, I thought she was talking about me as a kid, and I was like, that's not true. But she means my daughter. I couldn't live without my daughter having Ariel. I just buy a DVD, so I'd figure it out.
I never saw the movie.
All right. Think historic landmarks. Think where does Pee Wee Herman live? So
He lives in a weird house with a ginormous chair. That's all I know.
is he an American property? Is he a European property?
He's Cuckoo Land property. He's weird. I never liked Pee Wee Herman. He always was disconcerting to me.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you there, Josh. I never cared for Pee Wee a whole lot.
We'll just start naming some historic landmarks then.
I know you are, but what am I?
For not knowing anything about him, that was pretty good.
The Lincoln Memorial.
That's a pretty good guess. We do have a bunch of right answers. Strangely, we have a very solid Venn diagram overlap with Pee Wee Herman. I did not know that, but now I do. It looks like I've got the One True Zachary's got the right answer. Josh, you agree?
That's the first one I see.
Looks like Tots came in. He knew it was the Alamo. Tots
And he barely beat Alan.
Pee Wee Herman fan.
Who I notice Alan is now also on Twitch.
So I think Twitch is faster. Rocket Lady's on Twitch.
That's why it's called Twitch, because it has that high Twitch speed, right?
Guys, if you're sick of getting beat by Tots and Alan and Rocket Lady,
it's not that they're smarter than you. They just are on a platform that's faster than yours. Potentially. I mean, they might be smarter than you. I don't know. I have not given IQ tests to everyone. But yeah, no, Paul Rubens was also the voice of the Navigator, the spaceship in Flight of the Navigator. So that's really where I know his voice from. That, and he was the droid pilot on Star Tours at Disney World. So, yeah.
For question 7, we are playing by this gift given to us by Christine May. It is...
You mean question 8?
Where am I in my life? Apparently, yes. Question 8. I'm sitting here looking at an 8. I don't know. Something's wrong with me. Okay, so it is Harley Quinn. It is a plush Harley Quinn doll there. I don't know where this outfit comes from. Is that a particular run or...
Yeah, it's from, I want to say it's from the Injustice run.
Oh, cool.
The video game.
Very rad.
So, in the Shadow. See if you know like the Shadow knows. In the Shadow. What was the name of Lamont Cranston's evil alter ego while he lived in Asia?
Oh.
The way you said, oh, makes me think you might actually know this, because I did not.
I'm going to give you one wrong answer. You can just throw this one out.
Man.
This show has become a monument to Ryan Reynolds.
I do have to wonder if Ryan Reynolds gets pinged like a Google notification every time his name gets mentioned online. And so every Thursday night, he is like, what is up? But yeah. In the Shadow. What was the name of Lamont Cranston's evil alter ego while he lived in Asia, which indicates he had another alter ego when he lived somewhere else?
Well, yeah, the Shadow was his alter ego in the U.S. So
Alec Baldwin played the Shadow.
he did.
Yeah, in a less than great movie in the 90s.
I love the movie.
It wasn't bad, but it wasn't the Shadow. It was just kind of so genericized that it lost a lot of Shadow to me.
Fair enough.
On the flip side, I actually really enjoyed the Phantom movie.
I never cared for it. But I like the Shadow, and I've seen that movie a bunch of times, and I should know this answer.
I don't see it in the audience either.
I also have not seen it yet.
I was a Darkman man myself. You guys remember that?
Oh yeah, pretty much where what's his face, Liam Neeson got his big start, wasn't it?
Oh, I don't know if he did anything before that. You remember the scene with the
I'm thinking, what is his name?
what is that thing? It's like a cigarette, but it's a cigar. Oh yeah, with the cigar cutter. That stuck with me. I was very young.
I bet.
That's no good in my head. I don't like it. Rocket Lady 42 and I agree on one thing, so
you found it. You found the one thing.
For when Hell freezes over. It's starting. Okay, Matt, do you have an answer?
I don't. I cannot think of it. It is.
Bye, Brian. See you next
Have a good
time.
one, Brian. Hope you guys have a great weekend at Lexington Comic-Con.
Okay, I think we're gonna just have to call this one. The answer we've got here is Ying Ko.
I just want to say Yinko Biloba.
Yeah. I should have known that.
Yinko, which actually just translates to the Shadow, was the quote Oriental translations. They couldn't be bothered to even figure out what language, and of course was just completely made up. So that's not Westernist at all. I just wanted to add Biloba to the end of that. Yinko Biloba.
I would like to see you add Biloba to more of your words.
You think I should?
I think you should try it out. I think you should see if it sticks.
That's not a bad plan. I think I'll do that. I'll just start randomly adding G.I. Joe Biloba.
See if that works. We're laughing about it, but that sounds like it works. I like it. Would
you like some Coca-Cola Biloba?
Yeah, I would now.
From what I understand, that new flavor, which is called Starlight, and it's supposed to taste like space, either tastes wonderful or it tastes like cough syrup. People are completely divided on this. But yeah, Coca-Cola is like, we don't know what this is supposed to taste like, so we're just going to throw it out there and see how people respond.
Is that real?
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
Yes. It's a new Coca-Cola product called Starlight.
Yeah.
Threw so many chemicals into this that we don't even know what flavor it's supposed to be.
See, your mom asked the question that I needed to know. Who tasted space and how do they know? I mean, it's like there's not any astronauts who are like, let me step out for a bite. I'm just going to grab a taste of space. I'll let y'all know how it is, and then we can make a Coca-Cola flavor.
Yeah.
That didn't happen.
Or Coca-Cola just said, hey, what's something that nobody knows what it tastes like? Hey, space.
Right. Have a good one, Kyle. Good to see you, brother.
They're in the station licking moon rocks. Now this is something we need to bottle.
Are you feeling weird? I'm feeling totally trippy right now.
Let's make it Coke flavored.
Oh man.
Let's tell people this tastes like stars.
For question 9, which is our we're playing for Justin Lynch has given us a sketch cover of Wolverine. And then I've also got this really cool Wolverine cover over here. I really like this cover, and I've had this since the beginning of the show. And I thought we'd do a little Wolverine pack this time. So
I'm just going to say, I realize that's a kind of an homage cover, and he didn't make that pose up. But that does look like Wolverine really, really needs to take some Imodium stat.
Maybe.
Right? Like, oh my God, I ate the lobster off the buffet. Oh!
I ate the hot dog from the convenience store, from the gas station.
Those things, I think, have cooked so long on the little spinner things that they're sterile. You need some ginkgo biloba.
Wolverine definitely needs more in his life.
It's something, right? It's just this. Oh no! There you go. Gas station sushi.
I've eaten lots of gas station sushi, and I'm still here. I've lived through it. So
yeah, but look how thin you are now.
It was when I stopped eating gas station sushi that changed. So now I know.
That's what it was. That gas station
and
sushi
he's giving
is
it
really
a
fat.
endorsement too.
Oh, there you go.
You're brave.
No.
Eat that.
Did they make that with those pickled eggs out of the jar? Oh, that's hideous. Oh no.
I accidentally dropped the question here. In Avatar, The Last Airbender, what air temple did Guru Pathak live at or in? Or in which temple did he live? Am I saying that right? I very much doubt it. Avatar, The Last Airbender. I think it's Aang, The Last Airbender. Is it? I don't know.
What air temple?
First of all, do you know who Guru Pathak is? And is that the same as like homeopathic?
Hi, Andrew. It's good to see you.
I think if you added Biloba at the end of it, it would make more sense.
Hey, Laser.
That's true.
I vaguely remember that from the show.
Based on all the answers we're getting, I'm going to say there's some direction involved in this name.
Is it the Northern Air Temple?
It is not.
I got no clue.
But you threw it out there. You went for it, and we respect that. So what do we see here in the audience? We see
a whole lot of wrong so far.
Yeah, it's just it's a cardinal direction. We got Western, we got Northern, we got water, we got the secret tunnel air temple, we got the fire air temple, apparently. Western, Northern, Western, West side, Northern, Southern. No, I have not seen the right one.
Hang on.
Eastern.
Looks like
all the best robots are.
It looks like we do have a right answer with Kim, and that is the Eastern Air Temple. So Kim,
you could fly on Eastern Airlines to get there.
You gotta fly on a big old bison with a bunch of legs.
Wait, what?
That's the show.
Wait, the show has a buffalo? Nobody ever told me that.
Man, you don't watch
I like buffaloes.
What is the creature? Appa?
Yeah.
That show's actually really good, Josh.
The
movie.
That's what everybody tells me. I just have not seen it yet.
It's a good show.
I'm gonna give you a picture.
Matt, since you and I have similar tastes on quite a few things, I will trust your judgment on that. A lot of people are just trying to convince me to watch something, and I half think that they're just trying to set me up.
No, Avatar's worth watching. And I enjoyed Korra too. Not as good as Avatar, but still enjoyable.
I thought Korra was just from Avatar. Is it a spinoff or is it a whole different deal?
It's like a sequel. It takes place years and years later.
You definitely need to do that because then you can bring them by the store. And I love when y'all do that. So, also, I'm not sure you want to teach a dog to yip because you can't unteach it.
I keep finding cool images, and then it's like this WEPG. I don't know why they make those file.
Oh, those stupid web things that you can't actually use for anything.
It's like designed just to make me upset. Why are you doing
Is it a water buffalo or is it more like an American buffalo?
No, man, it's so cool. You just got to see it.
Yeah.
It's like
it's an air buffalo.
Yeah.
An air buffalo.
Yeah.
I would have thought buffalo would be more associated with fire since people burn buffalo chips.
Well, maybe there's one out there. This is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
That's a buffalo?
I don't
That's
know.
a buffalo like the dragon in Neverending Story is a dragon.
I don't know what it's actually supposed to be.
That had bug legs. That's too many legs.
Everything about that is a little bit off, but it's a great show.
It is.
It's a big white air bison with a big arrow on his back and a funny mouth.
That's right.
It's a flying buffalo. And everybody, I get that. All right. It's half buffalo and half caterpillar.
Speaking of great shows, question 10 is going to feature this cool video that we've got. It's the best thing about our show.
Did that remind you of the Spy Hunter video game from the 80s or what? God, that was a great game.
Yeah.
Loved that game. All right. Question 10. When the X-Man Nightcrawler teleports...
This is what you win.
Okay.
Signed by Chris Claremont.
Yes. Talked about it earlier. I'm going to leave it up.
Yeah. When the X-Man Nightcrawler teleports, what scent does he leave behind?
It's a what's the word? He goes
I
back.
disagree with this answer, and I will give. If you say the answer that I believe is true, then you also win.
It's like sulfur
Yep.
when he goes bounce.
It's like fire and...
Brimstone.
Yeah, that's
There
what
you
Owen
go.
was looking for. But it's sulfur. My whole life it's been sulfur, so I don't know where this burning brimstone
Because that term is associated with hell, and hell is associated with demons, and Nightcrawler has always been mistaken for a demon because of his appearance. That's why. It's a biblical allusion. Thank you very much.
That's a really good answer.
Yeah.
It's also true.
Yeah.
But yeah, that comic is a Spider-Man book signed by Chris Claremont. He didn't write a whole lot of Spider-Man, so that's an unusual book to get there. That's pretty awesome.
The best comment I have ever seen in our show ever. The best part of the show. The end. Jeremy.
That is pretty much what you just said.
It is. It's just that video. It's a fun video. I love it.
That video is fun. I totally dig that. Well, so we came to the end. What's our tally? How did everyone do?
All right, Matt, you did great. So Jay won the stickers. Matt, you won our gelatinous feely things along with that blurred poster. You won the Expo
That
pass.
poster was awesome, by the way.
Yeah, that is a cool poster.
And you won the Expo Pass, and you were a gentleman and passed it on to Tots. So I'm gonna add our sticker pack for kindness. And the Canadian question went to Crash5784, which is Zach. The comic pack went to Christine May. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles City of War went to Tots. The Harley toy went to nobody. That'll it'll come back. We'll see it again. The Justin Lynch Wolverine cover went to Kim Middleton. And Matt, you picked up the signed Spider-Man signed by Chris Claremont. So you did great. A lot of variety in the answers today. So that was cool to see.
There were some really out there answers today. Maybe Owen was eating mushrooms beforehand. I don't know. That first question threw me. I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah, Ernie. Well, I was hoping for some more Rocketeer questions, because if you'd given me another one, I was going to get more in the mood for the Rocketeer.
Dude!
That's awesome.
Do you have the jacket too? Oh, you got to get a jacket.
No jacket.
Jacket, and then get the pants with the little zip thingies on the side. The woo!
Yeah, I need a jetpack is what I need.
Well, okay, that too.
That is a cool helmet.
Dude, that helmet is awesome. How heavy is that thing?
It's stout.
It looks pretty substantial.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great helmet.
It's weighted. Yeah, this was the you remember Master Replicas.
Yeah.
You got some of their stuff. They came out with it years ago.
Oh, that's gorgeous. The Middletons are big cosplayers, and they're loving on that helmet.
It's an awesome helmet.
One part at a time. Next is jetpack.
Yeah.
Rocket Lady 42 can help you with that. She's a rocket lady.
Preferably an operational jetpack.
Right? I was promised a flying car, and I don't even have a jetpack. I feel like mankind has let me down. I mean, I totally believe that people are not responsible enough to have flying cars. I get that. I mean, they can't handle driving on the ground. Putting people in flying cars is a bad idea. But I'm a responsible driver. I want one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which TMNT cover you want to see? You want to see the one, the Expo exclusive? Because we got it right up here. Let me go get it. Oh, nope, that's Turkish Delight. I'm sorry. Oh no, it's not the master class with Mark Nelson for creature design. Oh no, that's April 21st, and everybody needs to come to that. Matt, I don't know if you have an artistic bone in your body or not, but if you've ever considered, like, I want to figure out a creature for my world, that dude is teaching a master class. He's a phenomenal artist. He's also a natural teacher who he's been teaching college level classes for 25 years. Phenomenal teacher, and he can teach you how to make incredible creatures from a world building perspective, not just a, hey, that's a cool thing. But oh yeah, here's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cover. That's super cool, and that makes me happy.
Yeah. And you can get it signed at the Expo.
By Kevin Eastman.
Yep.
As a matter of fact, we are going to have copies of that. The official street date for that book is next Wednesday. And Jeremy is going to be bringing out copies to the store, so you can pick them up there instead of having to wait in line at the the merchandise table at the show. You can pick them up at Haven beforehand, and then just go straight to Kevin Eastman.
That's awesome. And apparently, if you order them online, you can get them signed and slabbed and shipped to you. So
yes,
I think that's cool.
Yes, it's a little bit more of a premium to do them online that way, but not by much. It's just a few bucks, and maybe for the convenience, it's worth it, right?
Yeah, well, you don't have to wait in line. But I would want to meet Kevin Eastman. That would be awesome.
Right? I want to look that man in the eye and see what was he thinking.
I was thinking, Daredevil, Turtles.
I mean, I specifically want to know what was he thinking with Fugitoid.
Fugitoid ruled. I love Fugitoid.
We have a copy of it at the store that we're taking to the expo that you can get signed by him. I assume you mean the Turtles cover? Can do. Do you want the whole book or just the cover?
Once Zachary skipped all the hassle, got his signed and slabbed.
Speaking of just covers, I got to show you guys something because Justin's not on here and he hasn't been in a bit. Justin is like the world's biggest Catwoman fan, right? Dude loves Catwoman. Well, I got a hold of this. It is just the cover. There's no book inside of it. But this is Batman number 42.
Wow.
It's just the cover, but that is going to be a gift for Justin, which I'm quite certain he's going to put up on his wall over his Catwoman shrine. He totally has a Catwoman shrine. It's right next to his Boba Fett shrine. In case y'all were wondering.
Did you see where not even an actual cover, but they cut out like number one?
Number one from Action Comics number 1.
Who does that? And then
why did CGC grade that as though it were an actual thing? I mean, it was a fragment this big.
And
it sold for how much? $800?
That's so stupid. That's stupid. Ginkgo Biloba Fett. See? You just throw Biloba in whatever. It is more fun.
It is kind of fun to just toss that around. I'm not going to lie. That's
maybe I'll throw that in my next book.
Have a villain named Biloba.
I don't think Biloba's a bad name either. It's got that kind of like buoyant, childish,
blubbery sound.
Could be a little bad.
I'm going to go hang out with Biloba. No, you're not. That kid is a bad influence on you.
Go hang out with the master.
Oh, he sounds very healthful and wholesome. Yes, go hang out with that guy.
Oh, man.
His real name is Tommy, but he just calls himself the master. Nope, sorry. Nope, not going to do it. Bad kid, go away. Because it's not like his parents named him that. He named himself that. Not cool. Not cool. Well, man, thank you for coming on our show.
Thank you for having me.
We're glad to have you on. Guys, go to the expo, get not this copy because it's not available anymore, but get his new copy with your very own snarky comment when he signs it for you. But pick up The Strange Engine, pick up The King's Regret, grab those series of books, support an awesome local author who also happens to be a very good author. And unlike some writers, he actually puts out books.
I try my best.
I mean, you're no Brandon Sanderson. You're not cranking out 16 books while we've been on this show. That dude has some kind of disorder that he's managed to turn into a boatload of money.
Did you hear about his Kickstarter?
I backed it. I'm an idiot. I backed it. 4 books that I don't even know what they are or what the titles of. Yeah, I'll read those.
Yeah.
I mean, in 4 days, he had raised over $20 million.
Yeah. Last time I looked, which was I think a week ago when I looked, it was at $28 million.
Yeah.
That's pretty incredible.
That's insane.
But I did. I will say this about him. He was at Dragon Con in 2019.
He was also there in 2009.
Well, thank you. Yeah, come by the table, mention the quiz show, and I'll give you a special discount on the book.
Cool.
But yeah, Brandon was at Dragon Con in 2019. They had a little reception for the Dragon Award nominees who were in attendance, and he was there. He was the special writer guest of honor that year, and so Margie and I were in there, and he came up and he introduced himself to us, and we stood there and we talked for a minute. I said, okay, I said, now I've got to ask you. I said, now Robert Jordan in The Wheel of Time, he finished out that series because
right.
Jordan so long, the man passed away, and somebody,
and he handpicked him to finish the series too.
He did.
Yeah.
So I said, so you did that. I said, okay, so George Martin and Game of Thrones, when are you going to finish that for him? And he just stopped. He said, no, don't even go there. He said, no, he said, George Martin is in good health. He's going to finish it. It's like, nope.
Nope. We all know that that's not happening ever. Yeah, no, that's not happening. We all know that.
Yeah.
But also, Brandon Sanderson's just not the right style guy for George R. R. Martin. He's perfect style for Robert Jordan, but not for George R. R. Martin.
Yeah, I agree. But the look on his face when I asked him that question was pretty priceless. So he just kind of stopped and he said, no.
That's really awesome.
Considering it.
No, more like, oh my God, what? No. Oh, that's funny. Well, man, thank you for coming on the show. Guys, go by his table at the expo. Pick up a book. Pick up a bunch of books. Support an awesome local author. He's a great dude. And his wife, Margie, I'm sure is also going to be there. And Margie is just one of the coolest, funnest people you could ever hope to meet in your life. There she is. Also very helpful. She makes sure you don't get too gleamy on camera. And she's a big fan of Wonder Woman, so take them some awesome Wonder Woman swag. That would be super cool. Yeah, that's that. Yeah, Patrick Rothfuss too. Yeah, let's.
How many years has it been since his last one came out?
A lot. But you guys, before the show starts running on, as long as it's been between books for those guys, we're going to let everybody go. Y'all have a great night. Thanks for joining us. We really appreciate it. If you're watching this later while you should be at work, I hope you enjoy it and you don't get caught. We will talk to y'all later. Thanks, guys.